What is going on, Giants fans? I am back with another New York Giants video, and in this video, we're going to preview tonight's game, Thursday Night Football, for the New York Giants going up against the Washington Football Team, Week 2 of the season, as the Giants look to bounce back after a rough loss against the Broncos. I apologize, I couldn't have the video, my rapid reaction on Sunday night. I didn't have it on Sunday night, of course, I had it on Wednesday night, but in my most recent video, I shared my thoughts on the Giants game against the Broncos. I was very disappointed on Daniel Jones' play. I really thought he'd play better. I get Denver's a good defense, but I really thought he'd play better knowing that Bradley Chubb was going to be out, one of their better pass rushers, and I just hope Daniel Jones would have improved the mistakes that he did last year, and he didn't. He made another really bad fumble in the middle of the game that just gave all the momentum to the Broncos, and that lost us the game pretty much. Daniel Jones, in my opinion, did not play well against the Denver Broncos. And the defense was also very disappointing as well. They gave up 27 points. They could not make a stop on third down to save their life. Now, I understand they were on the field pretty much the whole game, which is just unacceptable because the Giants' offense is just pitiful. But still, the defense has got to be better. And we're going up against a Washington team that doesn't have the best offense. They have Taylor Heinicke starting, who's, again, not a bad quarterback. He showed some promise, and last year's wild card game against the Bucks, he played well in that game. Even though they lost, he played well in that game. He's shown that he could be a pretty decent quarterback in this league, but again, he's a downgrade of Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's still not that very good of a quarterback. He's no, you know, I don't even think he's really on Teddy Bridgewater's level. I think he's a lot worse than Teddy. I think he's just not that great of a quarterback, even though he's shown some potential of being good. I don't really believe in Heinicke. I don't think he's very good. I think he's a backup quarterback. I think throughout most of his career, I think he's going to be a backup quarterback. That's just my opinion. I don't see him being a starting quarterback in the NFL, but he has shown some promise. So he's not. It's not like he's a complete, like a complete pushover. He's not. So this game's not going to be easy. Washington has one of the best defenses in the NFL. They have a great defense, a great defensive line. So it's going to be a big game for the offensive line. The offensive line's gotta give Saquon Barkley room to run because Saquon didn't have much, in last game against the Broncos. Even though he didn't, it wasn't necessarily the offensive line's fault, but still, Saquon didn't really do much in the first game. So we got to give, the offensive line's gotta give Saquon opportunities to have big runs because we're going to need it. The running game's going to be needed in this game against a very tough defense in the Washington Football Team. But like I said, their offense isn't great. We should be able to score at least 17 points against this team. That might be enough to win the game because I really don't believe in Taylor Heinicke at all, and I don't think Washington's offense is good enough. I think the Giants do have a very solid defense. I think the defense we saw last game, I think that's a fluke. I really do. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that's the defense that the Giants have. I think the Giants have a good defense. I think the defense will be better in this game. We're going up against a worse quarterback in Heinicke and a Washington team that doesn't have as much weapons as the Broncos. They have Terry McLaurin, but outside of that, they don't have a lot of, intimidating weapons on offense. So I really hope the Giants can win this game. The Giants need to win this game because we have, like I said, we have the Falcons coming up next week, who are pretty much an easy win at this, or pretty much a free win at this point, because the Falcons have an absolutely atrocious defense. They might have the worst defense in football. Their defense is bad. Matt Ryan's pretty much washed at this point. He's not the same player he once was. The Falcons are bad, really, really bad. They're not going to be a good team this year. The Giants, if they want to be 2-1, if they want to have a winning record at some point this season, they have to beat the Washington Football Team, and they're shorthanded. Washington, they're shorthanded tonight. The Giants are too, with Evan Ingram being out for the second straight week, but still. Losing Evan Ingram's not really a weakness because Evan Ingram, we've seen the past few years that Evan Ingram, one, can't stay healthy, and two, he just can't catch the ball, So I don't think losing Evan Ingram's really necessarily a bad thing. I hope he comes back, but it's not that big of a deal. We should still be able to be at least competitive against Washington without Evan Ingram. We have Saquon Barkley. We have Kenny Galladay. We have Sterling Shepard, who balled out against the Broncos. We have Darius Slayton, who didn't play well against Denver, but still, he's been a good receiver. His rookie year, he was great. So, we have weapons to beat this team. On paper, the Giants are better. So, I really hope the Giants can beat Washington tonight and improve to 1-1. I'm not optimistic. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what to expect. I really don't. I'm not going to say I'm not optimistic about it, but I'm just like, I don't really know what to expect from this game. If they lose, they get blown out by 14 points or whatever, I wouldn't be shocked. They come out tonight and score 37 points and blow out Washington, I wouldn't be shocked either. I don't know what to expect because the New York Giants always beat Washington, but this team, They didn't look good against the Broncos, and I don't know if they're going to get much better than that. They will, but I don't know how good this team is. I really don't know what this team is made of right now, because we saw the defense last year. It was ugly. Or last week. The defense was ugly. It was bad. And the offense wasn't good either. So, let's hope we can bounce back tonight. Washington, they're a good team. They're not a pushover. They're not a great team. But they won the division last year at 7-9, but they still won the division last year. They still have a great defense. You have Chase Young, who's one of the best young players in football. So, Giants got to come out tonight. Just do what you always do, and that's beat Washington. Daniel Jones looks to improve to 5-0 against Washington in his career tonight on Thursday Night Football as the Giants look to get their first W of the season, and I really hope the Giants can get their first win tonight. So, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to cut this video a little short because I want to watch the Yankees because we got a 5 o'clock game today, which is just weird. I don't know why. We got a 5 o'clock game against the Orioles, so hope the Yankees can get a sweep today. Let's hope the Giants can get a win as well so we can get 2 wins in one day. That would be awesome. So that's going to do it for this video. Let's hope the G-Men can come away with the victory and walk out of Washington 1-1. Then we got the Falcons week 3. We have a good chance to be 2-1 after that. Let's go Giants.